Think Big by Dr. Ben Carson. Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Think Big, the audio journey, where we break down the inspiring life lessons and personal transformation of Dr. Ben Carson, one chapter at a time. This is not just a book, it is a blueprint for those of us who dare to dream, to rise above limits, and to believe in the impossible. Today, we start with Chapter 1. Think Big. Let's begin. Music fades softly under narration voiceover. Ben Carson didn't come from wealth, privilege, or even a two-parent home. He was born in Detroit, Michigan, and raised by a single mother, Sonia Carson, who had only a third-grade education and worked 2 to 3 jobs at a time to make ends meet. Their lives were tough. They lived in a rough neighborhood, struggled financially, and too many outsiders. Ben and his brother seemed destined to fail. But that wasn't the story Sonia Carson believed. She believed in something bigger, God, hard work, and the potential hidden in her sons. Even when Ben was failing in school and called dummy by his classmates, his mother refused to believe he was stupid. She refused to accept the world's label for her child, and that's where everything began to change. Voiceover Sonia Carson started a rule. No more TV, unless all homework was done. She made her sons read 2 library books a week and write reports, even though she herself couldn't read them. Ben didn't know it then, but this habit was shaping his future. Through books, he started to see a world bigger than his neighborhood, bigger than his struggles, and even bigger than his imagination. And then something clicked. Ben went from the bottom of his class to the top, from being mocked to being admired, because his mother planted belief where the world had planted doubt. In this first chapter, Dr. Carson makes one thing very clear. Where you start in life doesn't determine where you finish. He talks about the power of belief. Belief in yourself, and belief in something greater than yourself. He reflects on the spiritual lessons that shaped him, and how faith played a key role in turning his life around. But this is not just a feel-good story. Dr. Carson breaks down the very acronym that changed his life. T.H.I.N.K. Let's go through it slowly. Talent. Recognize your God-given gifts. We all have something special inside of us. A skill, a strength, or a unique way of thinking. The challenge is to find it, develop it, and use it for good. Honesty. Be truthful in all that you do. Dr. Carson teaches that honesty, doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Insight. Learn from those around you. Be open to advice. Be humble enough to listen, and never stop learning from your environment and your experiences. And nice. It costs nothing to be kind. Dr. Carson emphasizes that success is not just about knowledge or talent. It is about how you treat people. Be kind, respectful, and helpful. Knowledge. Study hard. Read widely. Learn deeply. The more knowledge you gain, the more confident and prepared you become. Then we move to the second part of the acronym. B.I.G. Books. Reading changes everything. Books expanded Ben's mind. They opened his eyes to science, history, the world, and more importantly, to what's possible. In-depth learning. Don't just memorize. Understand. Dr. Carson stresses the difference between shallow knowledge and deep understanding. Go deep. Be the expert. Be curious. God. Faith is the foundation. He's clear about this. His belief in God guided every major decision in his life. Faith gave him strength during fear, direction during confusion, and hope during hardship. As Dr. Carson shares these principles, he isn't bragging, he's testifying. He wants young people, struggling, families, and anyone feeling lost to know, if I made it with my background, my challenges, and my doubts, so can you. This chapter is a call to action, not just to read, but to reflect. It asks us, what limiting beliefs have we accepted as truth? Are we using our time wisely? Reading, growing, learning? Are we trusting in something bigger than ourselves? What makes Think Big so powerful is that it's not about being perfect. It's about being intentional. Intentional with your time. Intentional with your work. Intentional with your future. Dr. Carson didn't change overnight. It took years of discipline, sacrifice, faith, and strong choices. But he stayed committed. And because of that, the boy once called stupid would go on to become one of the world's top neurosurgeons. He would perform surgeries that had never been done before. He would speak to presidents, receive honors, and most importantly, change lives. Outro music begins, uplifting piano or strings. So as we close chapter 1, remember, You don't need to come from wealth. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't even need to be perfect. You just need to think big, believe in yourself, be honest, be kind, keep learning, trust God, and never, ever stop dreaming. This was Chapter 1 of Think Big by Dr. Ben Carson. Join me in the next episode as we uncover the lessons of Chapter 2 and take one more step toward building the life you were born to live. If this inspired you, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's grow together. Let's think big together.